To me, language is really, really important. And when there are common terms that are understood and accepted by, certainly by policymakers, but also and by the practitioners, but also by the public at large, then you've kind of arrived and you can carry on. We suffer in this field with the confusion of language over a couple of decades that this kind of thing has even been done. The name of my organization when I arrived was the Alliance for International Conflict Prevention and Resolution. Way too long and not even true. Not even true. Conflict prevention isn't what we do. Conflict is just fine. Conflict happens all the time. How are you going to prevent conflict? Do you even need to prevent conflict? The question about conflict is, how do you resolve it? Do you resolve it by using violent force, or do you resolve it using intelligence and the rule of law and negotiation and mediation and finding a way to find a resolution that does no harm and that in fact is positive for the people involved? So why did we call ourselves the Alliance for Conflict Prevention? Makes no sense. So I looked around at some of the language that was being used, and every now and then in almost everybody the word peacebuilding would pop up. I'd say, well, that's a positive word and it's an accurate word. That's what we're doing, because what we're doing is putting in place the systems and the structures and the attitudes, the components of a peaceful society. You build a peaceful society. So what we are doing is the work of peace building. And the reason for saying peace building rather than just peace, unfortunately has taken on different connotations for different people in different contexts. You know, for some people who will look at people marching in the street with the signs and so on, some people identify with that as a positive thing, but an awful lot of people identify with that as a negative thing, see it as unpatriotic and disloyal and so on. And so and when they hear the word peace, that's their immediate reaction, either plus or minus. Peace building, who can argue with the idea of building, going to work, doing the hard work of building a more peaceful society? Pretty hard to argue with that. It means a lot to me that language become ingrained in people's minds, and an understanding of what it means becomes ingrained, and then we can go somewhere.